Hey, so last week was a big week. Friday was my dad's funeral. It was a good funeral. I got to talk with my sister, and she totally accepts what I'm doing. She supports me completely. Doesn't understand, but she accepts it and supports me, which is okay. As another friend of mine said, as long as I have the support, understanding is kind of irrelevant. I don't think so, but I believe it's still relevant. But the support is definitely, well, definitely more important. Um, Last week, like, just to recap, I believe I already shot a video, short one about this, but last week's Monday, my primary uh, physician type nurse person put in referral, or last week, during last week we talked about it on Monday, my doctor's appointment, but put in referral for me to start going through bottom surgery, which will be at least in two separate parts. First, there's the in short is called the orchi, but it's the orchiotomy, I believe is the long technical name for it. Basically, it's when they remove your testicles, so you stop producing testosterone. Um, so that'll be good, and then I won't have to take spironolactone anymore. My testosterone blockers, because I won't be producing it anymore. That's right. There's only one place on the male body where testosterone comes from, and that's the testicles. But tomorrow I get to go in for laser hair removal of my abdomen area and my upper chest area, which shouldn't take that long, probably no more than 20 minutes at most, because I believe it or not, I do not have a lot of hair on my belly or my chest area. I have a small smattering, but that's about it. And today, I got in the mail. My new blue hoodie. It's an uneven hem hoodie, so it's longer in the back than it is in the front. So in a way, I guess it also works like a dress. I guess, I don't know. I'd still wear it with a skirt or pants. I am wearing pants right now. But to readjust the camera angle, just so you see. Now the hood. Not your standard hood, it's more like one of the big long tube hoods. And so you can see the bottom part. So there you go. Anyway, I like it. and it's warm. Even though it's thin, it's warm. I had to get 5XL, and 5XL actually fits me just fine. But, yeah. I want to get a black one and an army green one as well. My next purchase, unless I miraculously get put into some type of housing or something before the 1st. My next purchases to help keep me going will be a big power bank. When I mean big, I don't mean in physical size. I mean it'll be able to carry 2,000 watts. But it'll be about maybe a 1.5 feet in length, about 5 or 6 inches in width, and about 6 to 8 inches tall. Big handle, can be easily recharged either by solar or by wall. But yeah, this way I can have decent power source when I'm like in the bushes, when it's raining and I got nothing to do, no place to be, and plenty of supplies. So that, a really nice parka. Can't wait to show that off. And what else? Either I'm getting another hoodie, I'll have to check, or I'm going to get, it's basically a mummy bag liner kind of deal. It costs about $30. It's thin, lightweight, will easily fit inside my other sleeping bag, but this alone would keep me warm down to minus 25 degrees Fahrenheit. So combine that with my other sleeping bag that'll keep me warm down to 20 degrees Fahrenheit, and my other mummy bag liner that I go inside. It's more like a sleeve, like a sleeping pocket. That adds another 10 to 15 degrees protection. I mean, with that and my sleeping bag alone, I'm protected down to 15 degrees Fahrenheit. In some cases 10. But with the whole sleeping system, I'll be incredibly warm at nighttime. I don't know what to do. I'm sitting here, spinning my wheels. I keep asking my caseworker, is there anything else I can do? Any other organizations I can talk to? No, I've talked to every single one of them. And I keep getting told the same thing. All I can do now is sit and wait. A nice, long wait for one of the housing lists. My name to come up on one of the housing lists. I feel useless. Still trying to cope with the fact that my dad's gone. Every one of my step-siblings who bothered to ask how am I doing, and I told them how I'm not doing, all they say was, well, we'll pray for you. I'm so sick and tired of hearing people say, oh, we'll pray for you. All that means is that they want to, when people say, oh, we'll pray for you, that's just an easy cop-out for them to assuage their ego, for them to get rid of their guilt over not over not doing anything to help another human being. Oh, we'll pray for you. Yeah, they say that just so they can feel better about themselves. Oh, they're praying for someone without actually doing anything, without actually lifting an actual finger in the real world to actually help solve the problem. If every single person, anyone and everyone else, all they do is pray, nothing else. No one does anything else. There's people talking to an invisible being up in the sky. Oh, we'll pray. But no one actually lifts a finger in the real physical world to do anything. No problems get dealt with. No divine intervention happens. People who suffer still suffer because no one's actually bothering to lift a finger to do anything in the real physical world to solve the problem. They just do the bare minimum to ease their conscience, which is say some words to an imaginary being up in the sky who doesn't actually exist. So anybody who's out there who just wants to pray for me, please stop. If anything, all these prayers are making my life worse. Because nobody's bothering to lift a finger. No one's bothering to do any real physical action here in the real world to help solve anyone's problem. Not just mine, but any of the homeless people. No one's really doing anything. Those that actually are, the organizations that actually are trying to do something, their hands are tied by so many damn stupid regulations that make no sense, to where they can't really do anything. And the only people that end up actually helping are the people that keep going back and bugging them more and more for help, because they'll get help and then they'll screw it up, they'll go back, get more help, screw it up, more help, go back, screw it up. You know, endless cycle. And so the only people that keep getting help are all the screw-ups, while other people with real disabilities, including someone like me, we can't get the help we need because it's being wasted on people who just don't care, who abuse these programs. Right now I'm tired. If I had my own place, I would go to bed. As it is, I can't go to bed right now. I'm only able to sleep 6 hours a night because of all the extra adrenaline I overproduce. And so if I go to bed I could go find a place to put my cot and go to bed. But if I do that, in 6 hours from now, and it's 6:47, so I would be wide awake with a full night's sleep by almost 1 o'clock in the morning, and then I wouldn't be able to go to sleep at all. They say my homeless caseworker in January wants to try to get me enrolled at the University of Oregon. It's only 2 months away, and once that happens, if I can get enrolled, that makes me a student. Other places will have to rent to me, but my family, including my step-family, they all practice, or at least they say, their whole family thing is family supports family, and not a single one of them reached out to offer me any kind of help. And all I'd really need is a co-signer. That's all I'd ever need one of them to do, just co-sign on a place for me so I can move, so I can be in some place and get my life, keep going with my life. Just getting it further down the path that I need to go down with the transgenderism and everything. But not a single one of them reached out. Not a single one of them offered anything. All they offered is, oh, we'll pray for you. Thanks a lot. I don't know. They say family takes care of. My family's book really big on the motto of family takes care of family. But they don't. They're just a bunch of hypocrites. And every single one of them. They're all in houses. My sister and brother-in-law own a couple of houses. They rent them out. All up in Washington. You think they could at least offer a co-sign on a place for me, but no. So while they go to bed in nice, warm, comfortable beds tonight, safe and sound behind locked doors, I get to sleep outside and worry about speed freaks, leakers, which is the same thing as a speed freak. Junkies and drunks trying to screw with me and steal my stuff. I don't know what to do. My dad's gone right now, and I'm still grieving, and life just feels like shit and meaningless. I just want to go to sleep. Oh, and on top of that, about Saturday evening, while I was sleeping, I woke up finding a junkie going through my stuff, which was right next to my head. And they were in my backpack, and they got at least one bottle of my meds, my hormones. They didn't take the spironolactone. They didn't take the progesterone. No, they took the estradiol. And I'm wondering, because of the way their little blue oval-shaped pills, if they thought it was Viagra or something. We should be stupid. Anyway, or maybe they thought they were Valium or something, I don't know. But yeah, so I have about if I take the normal 2 doses a day, I have about 3 days worth of estrogen left. I have all my testosterone blockers, I have all my progesterone, but I only have like 3 days of estrogen left. And I'm looking at having a month until my insurance will cover another monthly prescription. If I only take one a day, I'll make it for 6 days. And just so you know, when you don't have estrogen, when you're going through transition and you have all your meds and you're taking them because you're going through a second puberty, but this time as a female, you roller coaster in your emotions. When you stop taking your meds or you forget to take your meds for a couple days, your roller coasters get worse. emotional back and forth is horrendous. So that's what I get to look forward to for the most of the month. Because people can't stay out of my stuff. Because people can't leave me alone, can't stop stealing my stuff. Because people can't give me a safe place to live. Because people won't let me rent. Even though I have plenty enough money to rent, they won't let me rent because I don't make a large enough monthly income. As I've said in all my videos before where I talk about it, you need to have at least $2,500 a month or be a student. A $2,500 a month, income, or be a student or be a rent. I'm not allowed to do either. Well, I'm not allowed to rent because I don't have either. I keep waiting, hoping one of these days I can do one of these videos and be all nice and happy and give y'all nothing but great news. But I don't see that in the near future at all. I hope you all have a good night. I hope you all get to stay safe. I know I don't. I'm too poor to be able to afford the luxury of being able to have someplace safe to live and sleep. Good night.